brief us on all this. Let's check in with our friend, the best-selling author, America's psychiatrist, Dr. Carole Lieberman. Doctor, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
What do you think about Jim Acosta? I kind of think he's patient zero in this whole thing, because in the first Trump administration, he was going bananas, and now he's outside the Kennedy Center, the Trump Kennedy Center, saying, I'm at the scene of the crime. Trump is a child.
Yes, and you know how he has the blue tarp in the background when he says that Trump is defacing it or whatever, destroying it. That which sends messages to the people watching it, these unconscious kinds of messages. Anyhow, every week there, if not every day, there is some event that people enjoy blaming on Trump. Trump derangement syndrome, which I've defined as an irrational, quasi-psychotic hatred of anything Trump, resulting in rage and over-the-top efforts to destroy him and his work and his associates. So this is the latest example. Now, never mind that the board of the former Kennedy Center voted for Trump to add his name to it because he saved the Kennedy Center. I mean, the Kennedy Center was falling apart, and he came in, got $250,000 million from Congress to save it. So, yes, I think that that merits his name getting on it, as well as all the other things that he's been doing.
Yes, and it's not just Jim Acosta. Somebody else with TDS is a Democrat senator named Chris Van Hollen. Now, the last time we saw him, he was sipping margaritas with an illegal immigrant gang member down in Central America. Now he's outside the Trump Kennedy Center. Watch.
This memorial was dedicated in his honor because of the fact he was a great president, but also part of what made him a great president was recognizing the importance of the arts in our culture. Donald Trump does not believe in the arts, and we will not allow him to soil the name of the Kennedy Center.
I see one of those pink hats in the crowd, by the way, as it panned around. I won't say what kind of hat it was, but you'll remember from the first term where there were a lot of angry mostly white women who were very upset. They may be the original Trump derangement sufferers. And seriously, as you panned around the crowd, it was mostly white women with signs looking very angry about Donald Trump. What is it about women in particular who can't stand this man?
Yes, it's college-educated white women in particular who have Trump derangement syndrome. And, because they are feminists, and it really comes down to they're having problems with their father. That's the first authority figure male that they had to deal with. And then, of course, in the rest of their life with relationships with men and so on. But yes, they're a particularly angry group. There also, of course, though, we have to include the men who are feeling inferior to Trump, who haven't attained that much for themselves and don't think they're going to attain that as much. And he is sort of the quintessential alpha male. All the things that like fathers sort of want their sons to attain.
Yeah.
Money, prestige, power, a beautiful wife, caring about something, a purpose in life, all of that. And so when men feel like there's no way they're going to have all of that, they hate him.
Very interesting. In the last minute or so we have. So how do you deal? What's your recommendation as a doctor? You're going to be around the table, just like Thanksgiving. Now it's Christmas or Hanukkah, and you've got relatives that are literally deranged about this man. What do you do?
Yes. Well, first of all, you start off with an invitation that says this is a politics-free zone. And then when people come, and you put that on your door as well, and when people come, you have like a cup or a can in the middle of the table or in the middle of the living room, and anytime someone mentions something political, particularly Trump, they have to put $1 in the can. And also you can distract them with other kinds of things, like other topics. Get them to talk about their Christmases, their childhood Christmases. Get them to talk about their New Year's resolutions. All these other things make it more interesting. Those are more interesting things to talk about than just bashing Trump.
Yes. So distract them like they're children, because maybe that's what they are. Doctor, happy holidays, happy New Year. Always great to see you.
Thank you. To you too.